Hello, what's up people? So let me ask you guys this as we begin the video. So have you ever encountered an Asuka player who constantly does the reversal over and over? It's quite irritating, right? These kinds of players are very annoying to fight against. So let's count how many times this Asuka player attempts to do that reversal. So special thanks to Red Vanilla for sending me his video fighting this Asuka. So from what I can see in this video, Red Vanilla is winning against this Asuka, but he could have done better in dealing with those annoying reversals. So guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and speed up this video to avoid wasting any more of your time. This Asuka just attempted 7 reversals, and a few of them were successful, unfortunately. Alright, so when you're fighting against Asuka, this is something that you constantly have to worry about. It is to not get your attacks fall into her stupid ass reversals, just like this for example. Just like that. So you want to avoid getting reversed because they hurt a lot, and trust me on this, I've been reversed so many times already that it was not a fun experience. Trust me. So how do we take care of the reversal? How do we get around the reversal? So if you watch other videos, if you ask around other players how to deal with Asuka's reversals, most of them are just gonna say, oh, just chicken it. Learn how to chicken, or chicken is the way to go. So if you don't know what a chicken is, it's like this. A chicken is a reversal to a reversal, and you can also hear the announcer say chicken, and that's why it's called chicken. So that is it. And these other players and other YouTube videos are not wrong, by the way, because chicken is indeed a very good way to get around a reversal. But a chicken doesn't do much damage. As you can see, it only does 15. You could do better damage than that if you have a hard read on the reversal, and that is what we're gonna learn in this video, so sit back and enjoy. Alright, so first let me teach you uninformed people out there how to do chickens. So here goes. So if you're fighting against a character that has chickenable reversals, the way to chicken is to either do forward 1+3 or forward 2+4 as the reversal happens. So the question now is, which one should we use? Is it forward 1+3 or forward 2+4? Well, the answer to that is it totally depends on which limb your character used. So if either left punch or left kick was reversed, then you should do forward 1+3. And if either right punch or right kick was reversed, then you should do forward 2+4. So let me repeat, if you attack with a 1 or a 3, you should do forward 1+3. And if you attack with a 2 or a 4, then you should do forward 2+4. Okay, so what about double button attacks? Like for example, Law has his Dragon Hammer or forward 1+2. So how do you chicken from that? Well, it totally depends on what limb your character used in the move's attack animation. So for Law's Dragon Hammer, Law uses his right arm, so the chicken input should be forward 2+4, which is the right chicken. And for Law's back 3+4, Law uses his left kick, so the chicken input should be forward 1+3, which is the left chicken. Of course, this is not going to be a complete video without me giving you guys a little live demonstration on how I do the chickens myself. So you guys can now see the input display below. Have fun looking at my inputs. Alright, so the way I do chickens is I tend to not release the attack button. So for example, when I do forward 3, I just keep the 3 held down. And by the time Asuka reverses my attack, that's the time when I mash forward +1, with the 3 being held down. So you can see. Well, I'm really just mashing 1 because I also keep the forward held down. I was too slow there. Let me try again. There we go. There we go. So the way this works out for me is I tend to mash about 2 or 3 times. That seems to be the way that works for me. Find a way that works for you. As long as it works, it's fine. There we go. So I'm mashing out forward 1+3 because I'm using a left leg of law. I'm using the left leg with forward 4-3. I was too late there. Yeah, I need to mash faster. I mean earlier, sorry. Not faster, but earlier. There we go. So what if we try a down forward 2? So what's going to be the chicken input now? Well, you need a forward 2+4 input. So when I do down forward 2, I'm just going to keep the 2 held down, and then I'm going to mash forward +4. Just like that. So I tend to mash out 2 or 3 times. That seems to be working for me. Of course, there's nothing stopping you from using the binds that you have. So I have a 2+4 bind right here. I can also use that. As you can see, try forward 4-3 again. There we go. Nothing stops you from using that. And of course, when we try double button inputs, let's say we try a forward 1+4, I mean 1+2, forward 1+2, the dragon hammer. As you can see, this attack is a right punch, and I'm already holding down a 2 with a 1+2. So all I need to do is to mash forward 1+4. Let me try again. Just like that. So just like that. So forward 1+2, keep the 1+2 held down, and just mash forward and forward. Well, I'm really just mashing the 4 because I'm keeping the forward held down also. That didn't work there because I suck. Let's try Legend Kick. Let's try Legend Kick. So for Legend Kick, it's a 4. So I need to mash forward and 2. A little bit hard to do it, but there we go. There we go. Alright, so I hope you guys learned something. Okay, so now that you've learned the regular way to chicken, which is to either do forward 1+3 or forward 2+4 depending on the limb that was used, but you all should know that there is another way to do a chicken. And you may want to call this the shortcut input for chicken, because the cool thing about this is that instead of using either the 2 commands for chicken, which is forward 1+3 or forward 2+4, you just narrow it down to only 1 command. And this will work for all limbs. It doesn't matter if you use a left or a right limb, this will work just fine. Alright, so what is this secret shortcut input for chicken? Well, so if you had forward 1+3 and forward 2+4, just combine them together, and we will get forward +1 +2 +3 +4. And yes, we use all 4 buttons for that command. But it's a neat way to not worry about the limb your character used. So this is what I like to call the key charge way of chickening. So if you're one of those toxic online players who dedicates a button bind just to key charge, well, I can say this may be a productive way for you to use that key charge button, rather than being a toxic online cancer of player who just key charges every time after winning. So we're now back, guys, so I'm gonna give you guys another live demonstration. Well, I'm gonna show you guys when it becomes easier to do chickens and when it becomes harder to do chickens. So chickens become easier to do out of single hit moves. So for example, down forward 2. You can just smash out the chicken input right after the down forward 2, and the move doesn't get affected by it because you're just doing the chicken input during the move's recovery animation. So the move doesn't get affected by it because down forward 2 doesn't have any more additional hits. So if you want to get what I mean, try chickening out of the down forward 1. So down forward 1, if you try to chicken from that, you're gonna get a down forward 1-3 because down forward 1 has the second hit, which is the down forward 1-3. Alright? So that is my point exactly. So when you chicken from a down forward 2, it's as if you're just doing down forward 2 all by itself. The opponent doesn't know if you have a chicken buffered or not. So let's try chickening the down forward 2. Alright, there we go. So it's just a 1. Down forward 1. So you can see I can still chicken from a down forward 1, but when Asuka doesn't do the reversal, I'm gonna get the second hit, the second low hit. So that is the one thing that I need to point out to you guys. Alright? So, and another thing, chickens also become easier to do out of the last hits of moves. It's the same reason because you're also doing the chicken during the move's recovery animation. It doesn't have any more additional hits that the move doesn't get affected by it. So for example, I'm gonna do 4-3-4. I'm gonna try to chicken from the third hit. Okay, I was late. Let me try again. There we go. So as you can see, it becomes easier to chicken out of the third hit. Just like that. Okay, what else? I'm gonna try a 2-hit string. What is a 2-hit string of law? Back 4-3. Let's try back 4-3. So let's try again. Need to be further away. There we go. So as you can see, it's easier to chicken out of the last hit of back 4-3. And the move doesn't get affected by it if you, just in case you miss the move. Okay. There we go. Alright. Let's try doing a DSS move. So, Mustang 4, chicken. That didn't work. Let me try again. There you go. See, it becomes easier to do if it's the last hit of a move. Alright, so is there a way to get around this? Is it possible to have all the hits of a string buffered with chickens? Well, the answer is yes, but it's quite hard to do for all the moves. We can use our key charge button again. So, for example, when we do lost back 1-2-2 string, naturally, it would be easier to buffer the chicken only out of the final hit, which is the 2. So the input would just become back 1-2-2 and then mash forward 2+4. But if instead we like all 3 hits to be equipped with chickens, we need to change our input into back 1 and then mash out forward plus key charge. So our input will now look like this. Alright guys, so we're back again. I'm gonna show you guys another live demonstration. Since I don't have a key charge button, I'm gonna have to smack all the 4 buttons just to buffer chickens out of all the hits. Alright, so the disadvantage of this is that we can't really delay the hits as much as we can. Like for example, like what we do with lost back 1-2-2 move, back 1-2-2 string. You cannot delay it anymore as much as that, because what you really need to do in order to buffer chickens out of all the hits is to mash. Just like this. So for example, let's make Asuka do the reversal, alright? So I'm gonna do this. You're gonna have to do that. So back 1-2-2. I didn't mash enough. Let me try. This is weird. There we go. I'm gonna see if I can chicken out of the last hit. All right. That was the second hit. There we go. There we go. Got the last hit. So it's really not possible to delay the string anymore because you're mashing out all the buttons. All right. Okay guys, I hope you got that. Okay, so I'm now using Miguel. It's because I want to show you guys the other disadvantage of using the key charge method of chickening. Alright, so for example, if the move that you're doing branches out into 2 or more different extensions, let's say Miguel has his forward 4-2-1 and forward 4-2-2, right? So if you do the key charge method from this move, you will always get the forward 4-2-1 because I don't know, it just does that. If you do the key charge, then the 4421 is gonna override the 4422. It's not possible for you to get the 4422 unless you're not pressing all the buttons. You miss out on some of the buttons. Just like what I did back there. So, but if you press all the buttons perfectly, just like that, not like that, like this, then the 4421 is always going to override the 4422. You would never get the 4422. But luckily for us, lucky enough, the command of 4422 only uses the 2 button. So, what we can do instead is to mash out 4 2 plus 4 after the 4 2. So, we can do this. And that will get the chicken to come out. Alright, so let's test it. So, I have Asuka. Let's make her jab before the reversal, in order to make stuff easier for us. That didn't record. There we go. Okay, so let's test this out. So first I'm going to do the key charge method. There we go. Out of the first hit, now the second hit. Need to be further away. There we go. So key charge method. And let's try the forward 2 plus 4 method. So the forward 2 plus 4 method is gonna make us do the forward 4-2-2. A little bit too late there. Still gonna work. And of course we also have a button bind. We can also use that. Okay. There we go. So now that you have learned how to do chickens, the question now is, when should we do chickens? Well, first of course you need to know that the character you're fighting against has chickenable reversals. So far I only know 7 characters that have chickenable reversals. There could be more, I'm not very sure. So far these characters are Asuka, Dragunov, Nina, Paul, Anna, and Lily, although her reversal is only a punch reversal, and Leo, although only one of her reversals is chickenable. Second, chickens are good to use when you don't have a solid enough read on when your opponent will do the reversal. So it's good to buffer chickens beforehand so that, just in case the opponent decides to reverse you, this will ensure that you will not get reversed no matter what. But when you do have a solid read on when the opponent will do the reversal, so rather than doing a chicken which will only do a tiny amount of damage, it's better to go for the more damaging options. So what can we do now? So first thing that you need to know, regular reversals and parries lose to attacks that are not hands or feet. Like for example, you can use shoulders, elbows, knees, weapons, and so on, as long as they're not hands or feet. So if your character has launchers like those, remember to use those against reversals and parries. But you have to remember that there are still characters that can still parry those. You have Leroy, Jin, and Geese. They are the only characters in Tekken that have parries that work on anything. But Noctis's parry is a special case. He uses a sword to parry, so he can also parry other weapons. But he still cannot parry other body parts that are not hands or feet. So another thing that you can do against parries are using your lows. Of course, parries will only work against highs or mids, well, unless they're low parries specifically. So you might be thinking now that this must be the perfect time to use a snake edge. And you're absolutely right. Because snake edges are lows that launch the opponent while they try to parry you upstairs. So aside from using snake edges, the very simple way that you can do is to simply delay a launcher. So how this works is that you just make them parry nothing before trying to launch them. So like any other move, parries and reversals have a brief recovery period after they whiff. So that becomes your opportunity to punish them hard. Alright guys, so as we end the video, I want to show you guys a little bonus. I'm going to show you guys what you should do whenever you catch Asuka doing the extended parry, which is this move right here. So that's the extended parry, and usually you can just wait it out and then launch her, just like that. And that is completely a punish. I know it doesn't show it being a punish, but it is, trust me on this. Well, to show you this, let us turn on the recovery animation display. So as you can see, when I hit Asuka while she is still blue, that counts as a punish. There we go. As you can see, I'm not getting parried there. Let me try again. There we go. So, but it's also a good idea to buffer chickens, because just in case you do it too early. So you can buffer chickens. So just in case you do it too early, it's a good thing to have chickens. Because you don't want that to happen. You can do that. Just in case you do it too early, it's a good thing to have chickens, alright? But I'm missing out on the chickens here. There we go. Alright folks, so I think that's it for this video. So if you like this video, leave it a like. Please also share my video to your friends, to whatever social media platform, because that will help my channel grow. And yes, if you want to see more content like this, you can hit the subscribe button. And of course, special thanks to all my patrons for supporting this channel no matter what. So if you want to support me making content like this, you can support me on Patreon. So I'm going to put the link below the screen. Alright, and again, thank you for watching the video. I really apologize for this video taking longer than 20 minutes, but I really wanted to show you guys how I do the chickens myself, so that's why the video took longer than it should. So, alright, so I think that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.